Good morning, folks. Today is the 9th of May. Today's Saturday. And what I want to talk, by the way, we open up at 11 o'clock. And once again, I'll mention this now, and I mentioned it in the video. Please feel free to share this. I would appreciate it if you did, so I can get the word out that starting this Monday, we will be closed. So we always closed on Sunday. We will now close on Monday. So we will be open Tuesday through Saturday, and we open at 11 o'clock. Now, let's move on to what I wanted to talk to you about this morning is magazines. Okay, first of all, we have PMags, and I got a lot of them because I ordered about 100 more, and I got lots of them right now in stock. We got these at $10.99. These are the PMag 30-round magazines for $10.99, which I think is a really good bargain. And also, I've got the, I special ordered one of these for a customer. He wanted one. And I ordered a couple of extra ones for the store, so these may not last long. We've got them at $129.99. They're not cheap, but these are Magpul. It's called the Magpul D60. The Magpul D60 magazine. This will hold, I'll pull it out. It's probably in plastic. No, it's not. Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is too. But anyway, yeah, it's all in plastic there, encased in plastic, actually. So that holds, of course, 60 rounds in the magazine. I've used those before and never had any failures. Magpul, of course, is a trusted name. If you're ever going to buy high-capacity magazines like these, 50 rounds, 60 rounds, 100 rounds, spend the extra money and get a good quality, test-proven magazine. And these may actually go today once word gets out that we've got them. If you like lots of extra rounds, especially when you're going to the range, so you're not having to load and unload and load and unload. So 60 rounds, 6 1, half dozen the other. Two of these are 60 rounds, of course, as well. But some people buy them for the cool factor, to see that thing hanging down under there, knowing you got 60 rounds available to you. Another thing, speaking about magazines, I had a customer that come in here yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. He's a regular customer. And he asked me a question. He said, Kevin, and some of you out here may disagree with me, and that's fine, but Kevin, does it hurt to leave my magazines loaded? Of course, some people call a magazine a clip. That is not a clip. It is a pistol magazine, all right, that hold the bullets. And then also, by the way, I always remember, I probably mentioned this in a video or two, that you can load magazines backwards. I can load a magazine backwards. In other words, put the bullets in backwards about as fast as I can loading it correctly. I found that on the range when we've been doing concealed carry classes that a student's like, something's wrong, something's not right here. And I go there and I look, and I'll be darned, all the rounds are loaded backwards in the magazine. So it can quite easily be done if you're not paying attention. But you should be able to, with experience, you should be able to load your magazines correctly in the dark. I mean, literally by feel. You should be able to sit there and watch your favorite TV program and load and unload magazines with no problem at all. Because for new shooters, just loading a magazine can be a little bit of a challenge. Getting it under those lips there and then loading it, loading it full. And of course, as you get closer to being full, it gets a little bit harder. With some practice, you can do it. So getting back to, is it okay to leave magazines loaded with ammo? In other words, what he's suggesting and what he had been told is that it could damage the springs. I can tell you this. I mean, like I say, I was a police officer for right at 16 years. I always left my magazines loaded. In other words, I'd work 4 days and then I'd be off, and then 4 nights on and be off. SIG, I shot a SIG 220 when I worked at Pittsburgh. All the other times have been Glocks with Chatham County Sheriff's Office and Siler City PD. Have been Glocks. I always left my magazines loaded. Always. Never had a problem at all. And actually, and you can do your own research, you're going to fatigue that metal more by loading and unloading, compressing and uncompressing the spring, compressing and uncompressing the spring, as opposed to just letting it compress and leave it that way. Now, if I'm going to store a pistol and I'm not going to use it, sure, I'll unload the magazines. If I know that that gun's subject to be stored for, I don't know, several years or whatever, yeah, I mean, I'll probably unload it. But if it's my carry gun, the same thing I told this gentleman, if it's my carry gun, in other words, it's a gun that I carry every day, I'm going to leave the magazines loaded. Like I say, 16 years, I think if there was any significance to that, to damaging the springs or weakening them, I believe I'd found that out in 16 years. You might say, well, you in your 16 years, you didn't carry the same gun. No, I didn't, but, it was years at a stretch. Most of it, of course, at Solid City with a Glock 21, and I also carried a Beretta 92. But anyway, I've never done that. I've never unloaded my magazines. So that's my take on that, on leaving magazines loaded. And also, I'll throw this in here too. Speaking of loaded, I routinely have students ask me, Kevin, first of all, they ask me, is it lawful to have a round in the chamber? Yes, it's lawful to have a round in the chamber. Of course, as a police officer, I carried a round in the chamber. I carry a round in the chamber still, and I'm not a police officer anymore. Why not? Why wouldn't you? You may say, well, I just don't feel like that's safe. Well, really, what the person is telling me is they're not comfortable with their own skill sets, or not comfortable with their equipment or whatever. So how do you get comfortable with it? You train, all right? If you train and shoot enough, you're going to be comfortable that you're going to know that gun's not going to fire unless you put your finger in the trigger guard and pull the trigger. That's the only way the gun's going to fire. It's the only way the gun's going to fire. So I recommend that you get comfortable with leaving a round in the chamber, because think about it. You are putting yourself at a disadvantage if you've got somebody that's fixing to rush you with a knife or a ball bat or a brick or something. If you've got to clear leather or Kydex or whatever, come out of the holster, and then that you still have to rack the slide to get the round in the chamber. What if you mishandle that slide, because you're going to be nervous, you're going to be scared, you're going to immediately get the shakes, your heart rate's going to go through the roof. What if you mishandle that slide? It's a great possibility that you could. And what I mean by mishandling it, that you don't pull it back far enough to grab the round off the magazine and put it in the chamber when you release it and let the magazine go forward. That is a real possibility that can happen. I mean, it would have been unthinkable for me as a police officer. I couldn't imagine any police officer in the country that is on duty that doesn't carry a round in the chamber. You want to put yourself at the advantage, all right, not at a disadvantage. And you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. You are handicapping yourself when you carry a gun that doesn't have a round in the chamber, all right? And you don't have to agree with me, but I'm just telling you, that's just the way it is. So if you're not comfortable, get comfortable. And once again, the only way you do that is you train. Plain and simple, all right? So that's what I got to say about that. Also, behind me here, I had a customer. He's a regular customer of ours. He brought in, these are brand new guns. He's got a PSA. They're both PSAs, Palmetto State Armory. One is a PA-15 with Magpul furniture. That's the one that's got the, that one there that's got the vertical grip. He's got 749 on that. It's brand new, Magpul furniture. And then the other PSA that's right there, right beside of it, he's got 649 on that one. They're Palmetto State lowers with Bear Creek Arsenal uppers. Good looking rifles, like I say, brand new, chambered in a 223 Wild, which will also handle the 5.56 ammo as well. So he brought those in right as we were about to close yesterday. So I doubt those will last long. And then also I'm looking at a 308 AR over there. I'm looking at a Diamondback DB15, and then I've got a couple of Bear Creeks, and I've got a really, really nice Howa 308 over there, and then I'm looking at a Tikka T3 over there as well that's set up nice. All you need is an optic on it. So come on by and see us. We've we're ready to serve you today, and it's a beautiful day out there. It's a little cool out there today, but we're waiting to serve you today. We will be open until 5. We're open until 5 on Saturday, so we're open 11 to 5. And remember, we will be closed on Monday. Starting this Monday, we will be closed, so we will open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and close Sunday, Monday. So that way we get a weekend. But it's not just that. It's helping me with staffing because, you know, it's crazy. During the weekdays, we don't ever know when we're going to get really, really busy. We obviously do probably 65% of most of our business on Friday and Saturday. But the weekdays, you just don't never know. It could be really, really slow, or you can get really, really busy here and there. So, but I think we're going to try this and see how it works. I think we should still be able to accommodate our customers just as easily as whether we were open on Mondays or not open on Mondays. I mean, there's actually a lot of gun shops that do that. They close Sunday, Monday, and that way everybody's got a weekend. And Lord knows I got plenty to do around my house. My yard's looking terrible. I need to get in there and work on it. So we appreciate you understanding that. So come on by. We're located at 1606 Westover Drive, Sanford, NC 27330. Our phone number is area code 919-708-5475. And don't forget to visit us on the web where you can sign up for classes. Some of you have tried to sign up, and my web host folks, Connect NC, they're awesome people. They're getting that straightened out. It's not their fault. It was just something with the software. WordPress that I use. In other words, you're able to sign up easily on a laptop, but some people have been having problems signing up with an Android on the cell phone, and they're working through all that, and she may have that fixed already. So just to let you know, if you've had a little problem signing up with a class and perhaps you're using an Android, you could have had a problem there. So hopefully that's fixed now. So all right, so I'm out of here. I want you to stay on, stay safe, and stay well. Maybe this COVID thing will be over with soon enough, because yesterday in our state of North Carolina, the governor initiated phase 1. I think that started yesterday evening at 5 o'clock. And then I think phase 2 is somewhere around 25th or the 28th. I'm assuming, you know, that's where they're going to allow more and more people to come in businesses and what have you. And, you know, hopefully the restaurants, Lord help them, you know, hopefully they'll let folks come in and sit down and have meals soon. So, see ya.